Hi, this is Otaku House.
What up, what up?
I'm Turtle.
I'm Kels.
And what we talking about today?
Bruh, what's some shit in like all of fiction like that just bothers you, that fuck with you?
Bruh, why can't characters just be good now?
Okay, hold on, what you mean?
Alright, so people talking about how they don't like Boy Scout Superman, how they don't like him just being this wonderful, great person that just does good for the sake of doing good.
I don't like him.
Why?
I don't like him because I don't think he's relatable personally. Granted, I think you've made an argument before where it's just like, okay, he's not supposed to be relatable, but I guess that's the reason why I don't like him. Granted, I also don't like Batman, but that was a recently found hatred. I like Clark Kent. I don't like Superman, and it's mainly because I don't feel like Superman as a character makes sense. At least it may be the retcon that I have an issue with, but I think
I'm sorry.
on all of him, I don't like him.
If I'm understanding correctly, so Clark Kent, the persona of Superman that's supposed to be relatable, you find relatable. And Superman, the goal to aspire to that is not supposed to be relatable. You don't find that relatable. So he's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing.
That's why I don't like him.
Damn. I guess it bugs me so much now that every character, even like good guy or not, they have to be just an awful person at some aspect. Oh, they have to be relatable. Screw you. Why can't somebody just be good? Why can't the good guy just be somebody I want to root for? I'm not saying that they don't have room to develop. Maybe they're ignorant of certain things. Maybe they aren't the smartest person around.
Right.
Because maybe they think they're doing good and they're just messing up and they need to be lined up in order to do good. But how come just being good is a problem?
Because I guess good is boring.
Evil's boring.
Evil is boring. I do think evil is boring. But I think the story or the portrayal of good from a good character looks boring.
I guess I just don't feel that way just because so much stuff I've watched growing up, it's always some tragic flaw circa Grease. Yeah, somebody can have flaws and still want to be better.
Right. And I'm cool with that, and that makes sense to me, right? What doesn't make sense to me, and like, maybe there's a disconnect because I'm not understanding what you're going for exactly. Like, who's the character that you feel is the closest to that?
Saitama from One Punch Man. And allow me to explain myself, because he is actually one of the few heroes that is actually good for the sake of being good. Guys, people are over here like he's a hero for fun. That's played off as a joke, but the point is that Saitama isn't doing it for the fame. He isn't doing it for the riches.
That's true.
He's being a hero because he wants to be a hero.
That makes sense. Okay.
Guys, he's saving the planet because this is something he wants to do. He's keeping these people safe because this is something he wants to do.
Right.
Guys, does he get angry? Yeah. He doesn't like it when people call him bald. He doesn't like it when people say he looks boring.
He's annoyed by flies.
He's annoyed by flies and mosquitoes. He's a Floridian. Anyway, my point is still is like, which the series itself even cracks a joke on, the whole Heroes Association thing. Like, who's the highest status hero? It's like, who's going to have the most fame? Like, which hero would win in a fight? The Hero Association is making fun of fan bases for what they enjoy out of heroes and good stories.
Yep.
So it's never like Goku and Vegeta fight together to defeat this bad guy. As hype as that is, literally every time, the question fans always go into is,
who would win in a fight?
Yo, but if Goku and Vegeta fought like right now, who would win?
You know the hilarious part about that is that I don't know the author's name. Like, I don't know authors or anime like people's whatever. But like, what's hilarious about that idea is that the person who created My Hero Academia watched One Punch Man first and was just like, you know what? That's what that sounds like to me, because that's exactly what My Hero is. It's a school winning a fight. We have all these different superpowers. Let's train them.
Actually, that's a very good example. It's Deku.
Yeah.
Like Deku at one point, spoilers, Deku at one point has to fight off all of his classmates.
Right, I want to see that. Did that already happen, or is that supposed to be next season?
As far as I'm aware, that's happening like now in the anime.
Okay, bad.
It's been happening in the manga. He's fighting all of his classmates because he knows something they don't.
Right, and I don't know what it is yet, unless it's already been shown to us.
It was shown in the manga. I don't know if it's been shown in the anime yet.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I'm caught up on the anime.
But so this big hero versus hero fight happened because they don't have an understanding of what's going on. They're trying to help him, and he's trying to help all of them. His flaws that he's trying to carry this whole weight on his
back, yeah, by himself.
But he is still an inherently good character.
Of course. He
is still inherently wanting to do the right thing. He's just trying to put too much of the burden on himself. Had he gotten somebody in with him, he probably could have done this a lot faster. Maybe gotten it done a lot easier.
Yeah.
But because he's trying to do everything on himself, not for the glory or anything, because he doesn't want anybody else getting involved, anybody else getting hurt, anything like that, that is an inherently good character with character flaws who needs to overcome them.
Right. Damn, you're right.
But Deku is one of the least liked characters in the series. Everyone loves Bakugo, despite him being a total...
So I feel you on that, right? I don't know why people are like that. I genuinely don't. Because, granted, I actually don't like either one of them. I think Deku's cool. I think the idea of Deku is cool. I think it's what, Kaminari?
That's a character.
I think he's hilarious. Same with Red Riot, because I don't remember his name, Kamishima or whatever, right? I like these characters. I don't like that's where it ended though. Like, I'm not diehard for Deku, so that's I don't. Fair. Yeah.
You don't think this? Actually, I'm glad you brought that up because the big thing with My Hero that it's been kind of an issue of a couple of series as of late.
Right.
Is while the series is good, and all the characters.
Mm-hmm.
I've yet to meet anyone who's a huge fan of anybody that isn't Bakugo for the wrong reasons, or Todoroki for the wrong reasons. No one seems to enjoy these characters for their character.
Right. Okay, I see what you're saying.
And that's been happening a lot lately.
Okay, so you said the closest to what you're talking about in terms of good character because they're good, Saitama's the best example, right? And then you're using Deku as an example, and Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki. But I see what you're saying. Okay, so now, I don't say who's the worst example, but who do you think is the most popular as example?
The most popular character archetype kind of character?
Yeah, in that sense. Who's good, but
I want to use a character that I feel that, but he hasn't been animated yet. And I say he instead of his series because he's the only character that matters in his series.
Okay. Who are we talking about?
Solo Leveling.
That's true.
So, people seem to like characters like him. Sung Jin-woo.
Right. Okay. I see what you're saying.
Where, he's the main character, and what he's doing is...
supposed to be good.
But he's not exactly doing it for the sake of being good.
Yeah. And, so the Deadpool archetype, essentially. That's what I would call it. Right? It's I don't want to say hero for hire, obviously, because that's the wrong group. But I'm doing this for me, for everybody, but for me.
Anti-hero.
Yeah, anti-hero, yeah.
Because Deadpool has been hired to fight the X-Men. That's a thing that's happened. He has been hired to fight good guys. But generally, because especially as of late, people have recognized him more as somebody who fights alongside the heroes, blah, blah, blah.
Right. And obviously I get it. But that's the idea I get from Solo Leveling, where it's just I'm doing this for me because I want to get strong. But at the same time, it's just I'll make sure no one gets hurt. But I want you to understand, I want to get strong. That's it. I just want to be strong.
Yeah. And that's the thing. So a lot of people seem to like it when the protagonist is an anti-hero as opposed to a hero that happens to have an anti-hero around.
True. And I know why. Because they like, okay, so I see what you're saying. Yeah, like they like Superman if Superman was edgy, rather than the Superman we have with Batman.
Correct.
Got you.
Because despite actually Injustice was like a great I want to make this very clear. Injustice the game. That movie is awful for a reason I'm actually about to get into.
Jesus Christ. But okay.
Superman in Injustice. He is he's the main antagonist. Is the Superman from the other universe for the whole game. He's the one causing the whole problem after Joker did the thing. Mm-hmm. So, but the whole point of that was because Superman had effectively lost his humanity because he started doing everything the easy way. When it came time for the main Superman to come into the universe, he solved the entire problem. What was apparently like an ongoing war, an ongoing conflict for so long, like that. Because our Superman never stopped being the good guy. Our Superman never lost his heart. Our Superman never stopped doing what he could do in order to keep everyone safe. So he didn't just kill villains to end them right away. He had to figure out how to fight them in a way where he could have them arrested but still alive.
Right.
Whereas Regime Superman didn't care. Regime Superman was just killing people left and right. He didn't care.
Pop.
Like, if you were against me, you're dead. But because of that, his skills rusted over.
Right.
Him becoming edgy, him becoming that guy, made him weaker. As a result, Superman's heart is what made him strong.
Right.
And that's why when one Superman showed up, he just whooped him like that. It was immediate. Within an hour, he took out Supes, he took out Doomsday, he took out Regime Aquaman, he took out Regime Black Adam. He took out all these guys back to back to back to back. Because it took him no time at all. Because being a good person
is just what he is.
Mm-hmm. And that character trait of his led him to becoming stronger.
Makes sense.
But everybody wants the edgy Superman. They want the Omni-Man, who's weaker than normal Superman. Everybody hates Homelander, which is good. You should hate Homelander. He's designed to be hated.
Right.
But he's another Superman that just does what he wants to do.
Right.
And he's the weakest of them. He is the worst personality-wise out of like all the Superman clones, and he's also the weakest out of them. I'm just saying.
No, that makes sense now. You're right. Oh my God. I still hate him though. Like, I still hate him though. I see what you're saying and I get it. Like, with that in mind, Superman should be a whole better character. And I get what you... I still hate him. You know what it is for me? Like, this is why I said it might be like... it might just be the retcon thing. Because the one thing I don't like about Superman is the fact that he holds back his powers, knowing full and hell well he's stronger than his opponents. So certain enemies he shouldn't have an issue with. Now, granted, Doomsday was designed to be difficult, so I understand why Doomsday is, like, a prominent enemy in that sense, right? But, like, Doomsday is also, like, the perfect training bag. You telling me you are as strong as you need to be? You and, what's his name, Shazam, picked up the Infinite book, like, the Infinity book, whatever it was. Like, how are you not, like, beating everybody who comes your way who's a big bad, like, Galactus-wise. Like, not Galactus, like, on a galaxy level type shit. Like, everybody should just literally be done.
They are. And that's the problem. Which is a problem that Superman himself even recognizes. So, you ever gotten, like, a sheet of paper that was perforated?
Yeah.
Like, little...
Yeah.
So, how do you tear that paper?
I just pull it. Like, I grab one end and pull it.
You see, at that point, you're tearing the paper. You're not tearing along the line. Because whenever it came to perforate, the reason it was designed that way is you could fold, and then start tearing, and it comes apart in the way you want it to.
Right.
If you were to just grab it and tear it, it's probably going to like go off to the side like that. That is what Superman has to deal with. Because even you, who is not a Kryptonian, who does not destroy solar systems by sneezing, and can literally bench press the weight of the Earth 5 days straight without breaking a sweat. Trying to stay monetized.
I feel that. I feel you. Thank you.
You are not any of those things, and yet you still have to be careful with how you are taking apart this already partially torn piece of paper in order to get it to do what you need it to do.
Right, okay, I figured that. That's what you're saying.
So take that as Superman with every living being he's ever fought outside of Zod, Doomsday, and Darkseid.
And I feel like anytime one of those guys comes through, they should just be, and that's it. But he still seems to have a hard time figuring out how to do that.
Darkseid is a literal god from another dimension that can't be defeated, and Superman still slaps him on the regular.
Okay.
No. Like, you won't give Soup his props on that one.
Do the Batman slap him.
Like, I'm not even the biggest Superman fan.
Just saying.
Yep. Like, Green Lantern, we about willpower here.
Mm-hmm.
But I am not about to sit here and disrespect what Superman stands for. And I don't just mean it's a symbol, it means hope. It's cool, I like that, it's whatever. But no, Superman is what you are when you need to like hold yourself back. You work in customer service.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
We both worked in customer service.
Right.
Somebody comes up to you cursing your brains out, just like in your face, because somebody stubbed their toe earlier in the day. What's the easiest method to get them out your face? Knock them out.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to get you fired. It ain't going to solve the problem. And it's going to cause bigger problems down the line.
Mm-hmm.
So what do? You eat it. You take it, you hear them out, let them get all that anger out and calm down, and then you deal with their problem.
Mm-hmm. You're right. But now you've watched as much anime as I have, and I'm not saying that your argument for Superman is incorrect. It makes sense. But now I need you to try to apply that same logic, right? To oh Jesus, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name now.
Let's say, is it to a character that is physically built like Superman?
No, it's actually to a character who's supposed to be designed in the same light as Superman, but is hated for basically the same reason. What's his name? Suzaku? Code Geass?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's the same principle. It's the same concept of Superman. He's basically what you're supposed to be when you're at your best if you're good, right? He wants to change the situation from the inside and work his way up. It's going to take forever a day. A lot more people are going to get hurt, but he feels like if you're at least on the inside, you have that power to change things. Excuse me. And I agree, except I hate Suzaku and how he implemented, which is another reason why I don't like Superman in that sense. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Superman fights. I think Superman fights are actually pretty cool. But that's about it. It's just because I feel like they should be like better than what they are. He should be flexing strength, not like I'm holding back this punch to not kill you.
You want Superman to not be Superman?
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm not down with that. Because that defeats the whole purpose of the character.
Hey, as long as he's not Batman, I'm fine.
You want Superman to be Zod. And that just ain't gonna happen.
That is saying something. Because that's not who I'm trying to go for either.
You're right, you want a good guy. I disagree with this, but people would argue that Omni-Man is a good guy.
No, he's not.
I agree.
No, he's not.
They're like, but like once you see the rest of the, I don't. No. That does not justify.
Omni-Man is in no way, shape, form, or fashion a good guy. He held the back of his son's head in front of a subway station as it was oncoming.
Spoilers.
So yeah, like if you haven't seen it by now, then you just ain't seen it. All right, look. Homeboy stood in front of a goddamn train holding his son's head. Like it was.
He
that was
used
a
his
gory
son
scene.
as a battering ram to kill a bunch of innocent people.
Yeah, I can't get over that. I will not get over that.
Nope. And again, people will argue that Omni-Man is a good guy because he was doing it for the Viltrumites, and you don't understand Viltrumite culture and blah 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 blah. Who cares?
Oh, okay, racist.
Racist. Thank you. But
I don't care if we get demonetized for that one.
No, straight up, I'm right with it. We apparently got a new follower like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, word? All right, bet.
Edgar Allan Bro. You know what? I don't know who you are, but I like that name.
Same. I'm with it. Wait, hold on. Is that Prometheus on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too. That's dope. Okay.
But yeah, that's why those characters exist. That's why Homelander exists. That's why Omni-Man exists. That's why Regime Superman exists. Every single time is to show off because we want an edgier Superman.
Dang.
And it's always a problem.
That's crazy. It's crazy because I want Superman. I like the idea of the Superman that we have, right? But like, I think another thing that ruins it for me is everybody's ragged on Superman, right? Everybody's gone on Superman. Nobody really likes the big boy Blue Scout. You know what I'm saying? But like, the big blue Boy Scout. Either way, he just, I don't know, something about, I guess, not holding back is something I want him to do. And it's funny because I want the same for Spider-Man, and I feel like Spider-Man is the Marvel version of Superman.
As far as like a moral compass goes, you'd be correct.
Okay, so I'm not wrong in that regard. Yeah.
And that's another situation. That's why Superior Spider-Man was dropped. It was because of another thing where fans wanted Spider-Man to just stop holding back. Doc Ock punching off Scorpion's jaw with a single punch, and then realizing afterwards that Spider-Man had been holding back the whole time because Scorpion was an enhanced person and Doc Ock was just a dude. And sometimes Spider-Man's punches wouldn't even knock him out. So him realizing at that moment that Spider-Man had been holding back for so long, the respect he gained for Peter is the same respect they were hoping readers would get. Because Doc Ock came to that realization the same time everybody reading that issue did. Because everybody heard Spider-Man was holding back. He always says that, like, he doesn't want to kill people, doesn't want to hurt people, just like Superman. But I guess you could say we had never seen proof of what a Spider-Man who didn't hold back looked like. I guess you have the symbiote, because at one point the symbiote...
I don't think that's the same. Also, spoilers, Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Yo, crazy.
No, right? If you didn't know by now.
If you don't know who Peter Parker is, I don't blame you. Like, there was some weird thing that happened, magic and all of that, but you good. But that's just one of those things where, like, people always want to see these inherently good characters be evil, go bad, go off, until it happens. That was actually what Superman versus the Elite was about. It was that Superman, the reason he was having problems with these guys all movie is because he didn't want to hurt them. Is because they were trying to be good guys, and he respected that, and he wanted them to continue to be good people, but he wanted them to stop being so, I guess you could say, out of control of how they did it.
Right. Okay.
And then the end of the movie shows what happens when Superman stops holding back. Where all of them, he almost kills all of them. And he makes that very clear that he almost does.
Almost.
He knows, like, if I go any further than this right now, they will die. And at some point, he actually says, I started to scare myself. Because at a certain point, he can't possibly know how much they can take. Because they're brand new. He could hit them and accidentally actually kill one of them.
Right.
And that was something he would just have to live with at that point. But he holds himself back enough to where they all just like almost die. And even doing that was enough to scare him from his self-control.
Jeez.
And watching that movie literally does turn it from a superhero movie to about a horror movie for about 10 minutes.
Yep. That makes sense. Holy shit.
And it's the same thing with Omni-Man. Omni-Man is what happens when Superman loses control. That's what happens when you have a Superman without a moral compass.
Jeez. No wonder he's the number 2 hero. I mean, it's true, Batman's always number 1.
No, that's valid.
Yeah, but okay. Alright. Okay, I can see what you're going for, and that makes sense. I don't know if it's going to change my opinion of Superman, but I do at least understand where you're coming from and why that bothers you. Yes.
Because it's not even just like comic books, it's also anime.
It is anime. Well, yeah, it is an anime too.
Because you'll notice the character gets bashed like more often than anybody else when it comes to like anime and like a character with moral compass is Naruto with his Takano Jutsu.
Oh my lord.
And don't get me wrong, certain points it's deserved.
Right.
There are certain points that should not be solved with him just going, hey, just stop being evil. You know what? You're right.
I don't even know why I didn't think of that, bro. Like, that was, man, you know what? You're going to go places.
5 minutes.
But, okay.
But, like, there are a lot of points, honestly, the big one being pain, where talking to jutsu really just shouldn't have worked.
And somehow it still did.
The times where I believe, like, it should have worked and just didn't. When it came time for the other tailed beasts. It's like, Naruto talked, like, Kurama out of being controlled by these pillars. Naruto talked, like, Gaara out of being controlled. Naruto, so when it came time for the other guys, oh, we didn't want to be controlled in the other place. We already got our tailed beasts under control. We're Gucci. Hey, we got controlled. Hey, just stop being controlled. No. At least be consistent.
Right.
Either talk no jutsu is infallible or
or you gotta jump on nigga jutsu.
like, come on. And Hell's Paradise, if you're not reading the manga, which is already finished, and you're watching the anime, please watch it. Please watch it. Continue watching it. It gets better.
Hell's Paradise?
Yep.
Heard about it. Okay.
It's gory. Not gonna lie. It's gory. In like more disturbing ways than you would think. But it gets better.
It gets better. All right.
But yes, we have characters like Naruto, who's good for the sake of being good.
Yeah.
Guys, he wants his name to be known. He wants to be Hokage.
Right.
But like once he became Hokage, spoiler, he wasn't like everybody. Like I am your leader. You're gonna do what I say. No, he continued to go around the village like, hey, what can we do to make this better?
True.
Hey, what can we do to like get the people up?
Hey, look, nobody know the hood better than somebody who been from the hood.
Like he continued to just be that good guy. Ichigo is my favorite example because you know what motivates Ichigo? I have no idea.
All I know is it's not Bankai without the pause. I'm just saying, I got taste.
And the funny thing is that he has that pause in most of them. The only time he doesn't is because they're trying to match lips with the Japanese version. And the only way to match lips with it was to have him go Bankai, because that was the Japanese version. They had the pause, but it wound up not matching up with how Ichigo's mouth was animating. So when they did in the English version, they actually had it line up with how his mouth was animating, and that got rid of the pause. So suffering from success.
Yeah, sounds like.
But yeah, Ichigo is a reactionary protagonist. That means he doesn't actually seem to have any motivation. People attack him, he fights back.
Okay.
Somebody kidnapped Rukia, he goes after them. Oh, Hollows are invading his town, he kills them. Oh, somebody kidnapped Orihime, he's going after them. At no point is he like actually motivated. Like, as you're using the Naruto example, Naruto going into the Waves village. It wasn't like, oh, the Waves attacked the Leaf village and now they're coming back. No. Like their mission, they were going in. They were going into the country of water to go to the land of waves. Like when it came time for the tuning exams, Naruto's like, I'm coming here to get promoted. I am here for me. I am doing what I need to do to get myself up.
Got you.
Same with like Luffy. I'm going to be the Pirate King. Why are you fighting this guy? Because he wants to be Pirate King and we can't both be king. So I'm beating him up.
Yeah, okay, dang, yeah, you're right. But now, Asta, the latest of the shonens. Asta, the idiot. The fool's journey.
Asta wants to be the Wizard King. That's another thing. Because his journey, his motivation, he is self-motivated. He's like, I'm going to be the best there is. Sure, he has his best friend, and he's like, I'm going to be better than him. But that is still a self-motivated thing. I'm going to do this because I want to do it. He just also wants it, and I can't have that. And the reason I bring all these guys up when it comes to like that character archetype is that a lot of this self-motivation you think would lead to like more anti-heroes as protagonists, and it has. So you have those characters who aren't really anti-heroes. You have Asta, you have Naruto, you have Ichigo. Luffy's an anti-hero. He's a good guy. He's a wonderful human being. He's an anti-hero. He's doing things because he wants to do it. Right. But it looks like we're just about out of time.
Oh, it's not. We are running on this. Okay. All right. Well.
Hey, Lily.
Lilosaurus. Nice to meet you. That's what's up.
Thank you. We're done.
Yep. we're gonna be out of here. So just check us next time.
Don't worry, we're new with this. We're trying to figure out how to cut the feed.
I forgot about that.
We ended it yet?
Yeah, we just did.
Oh, okay.
We paused it. I don't know if that actually.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, the easiest way to do that is up here. Maybe stop.